Good evening. How are you doing? My name is Minister Laurel Britt of Come Away My Beloved Ministries. We are a domestic violence outreach ministry. We help victims and survivors of abuse, women predominantly. There are some men that we refer to the local domestic violence coalitions, the men that are abused. And we're on this evening. Let me just make sure that we are not going to be disturbed for these next several minutes. I'm not going to be on long, but I just wanted to speak to you about domestic violence awareness. October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. It's a time that we take specifically to speak about issues of domestic violence, issues of abuse, issues of trauma, for healing and for freedom and for new life. Okay, come away, my beloved. Started that this ministry back in 2010. I was delivered from domestic violence in 2008, and God laid upon my heart to say, hey, you can't just put this underneath the rug. You have to speak up for the voiceless. You have to speak up for those that have no voice to speak out, that have no strength to come forth, that have no courage to leave. You have to be the one to say, you know what, God did it for me and he could do it for you. He gave me the courage to leave. It takes a lot of courage to leave out of a domestic violence relationship. It is very dangerous at that point when you do finally leave, because the man realizes that, okay, she's leaving for good. I'm going to have to do something about this. And, sometimes that's the most dangerous time, is when a woman decides to leave. There may be times where they go back and forth. She leaves, comes back, because he promises to do better. And, they have the honeymoon phase and meaning the I'm sorry's and the candies and the flowers and I'll never do it again. And, and she's trying to work on this relationship until she realizes, no, this man is going to kill me. Or if it's verbal abuse, this man is not going to change how he's treating me, period. Whether it's physical, verbal abuse, whatever it is, the abuse that's out there. We're going to talk about some of the ways that men abuse women. We're going to take these next few minutes to do that. We're looking at the power wheel. The power wheel just shows the power and control that a person tries to have over you through abuse. And I will just read to you some of the things the tactics that they use to keep you bound, to keep you underneath their control and their power and their abuse. Okay, this is the power wheel. I don't know if you can see it, but I'll have to put it up after I put it on my personal page. I forgot to put it on this page for the ministry, but I'm going to be reading from here. Number 1, it says using intimidation, making her afraid by using looks, looking at you a certain way that okay, I he's going to get me because he just looked at me that way. Actions, he may hit you, he may curse you out, he may threaten you. Gestures, smashing things, that is to what's the word, to intimidate you, to make you to see, let me just make this larger, I'm sorry. To make you to see that, this is going to be you next time. I'm smashing this wall right now, but this is going to be you next time. Okay. Or to intimidate you to do what he wants you to do. He may not hit you, but he may hit things all the time or throw things down and break stuff to intimidate you, to put fear in you, to make you to do what he wants you to do. Okay. Destroying her property, and that includes pets too. A lot of abusers know that domestic violence victims, they really love their pets because they really don't have any friends, because he's isolated them from their friends and family and so forth. So they might have a little pet and he will get jealous of that pet because the love and attention that the woman may be showing it, as a pet. And he may destroy that pet. I've talked to women where men have destroyed their little dogs and their little cats, and it's disgusting. Displaying weapons, showing you a knife or showing you a gun, letting you know, I'm going to get you if you ever leave me, or I'm going to get you if you don't do this, or, I'm just going to get you. It's threats upon threats upon threats, but a lot of these threats they carry out. You know what I mean? And that's why a woman is afraid to leave. People say, oh, why doesn't she just leave? She must want to get beat. And that's very, very foolish and ignorant and scary to say, because who in their right mind wants to get beat? Just imagine a man threatening you and carrying out threats of abuse, beating on you, doing all kind of things to you. And then he threatens to take your life. I'm going to take your life if you ever leave me. I'm going to kill your family if you ever leave me. This happened to me, You're afraid. Okay, you say, wow, if he did all of this and he beat me and all of this now, yeah, he could possibly kill me. I can't leave. I'm going to die, or my family is going to be in jeopardy. Let's move to the next part of the wheel. Using emotional abuse. Putting her down. Oh my God, the many times that he put me down, and you fat, you ugly, you stink, you this, you that, you ain't nothing, you ain't gonna never be nothing, nobody's gonna want you. Making her feel bad about herself. Oh, you ain't nothing without me, and nobody don't want you. Look, and see, he was so stupid to say that, and men are so stupid to say that, because you telling her that nobody else wants you also. So what makes you something that if nobody else wants me, why do you want me? You just as stupid as the other people, you know what I mean, that don't want me. You understand what I'm saying? It's just crazy. It says calling her names, bitch, hoe, hoochie mama, all kind of stupid things, you know what I mean? Just derogatory things. Because he doesn't love himself. He doesn't know who he is as a person. And sometimes it's just, you just plain mean and evil too. That goes along with it. You know what I mean? Domestic violence, the abuser, he may have some mental illness, bipolar or whatever it may be, but that's no excuse for abusing a person. And abusing somebody is not a mental illness. They know what they're doing. You know what I mean? They know what they're doing. So I sat in the seminars after seminars through New York State and Coalition Against Domestic Violence here on Long Island. It is not a disease. It is not a sickness. It's just plain wickedness and evilness. Because, see, they don't go to their job and beat their boss. They don't beat their mama, hopefully. So abuse is selective. And who they think they can get away with it with, they try it on. Okay, making her think she's crazy. That's the gaslighting effect. Making you think, how you think, sometimes how you think, did I turn the stove off? Did I, And sometimes they make you think that you're crazy. No, you're the one. This is you the reason why I do this. If you just shut up, if you just leave me alone, if you just do what I say, I wouldn't hit you, or I wouldn't curse you, or I wouldn't do any of these things to you. And then within the Christian home, it's terrible too sometimes. These men, I'm the head of the house, and I'm the authority, and God have me as the head of the house, and you're supposed to do everything I say, and and then you have pastors that are not trained within domestic violence awareness issues. They tell the woman to go back, it's your cross to bear, and all of this kind of dangerous things that they're telling these women. Oh no, what are you doing? You must be doing something, to provoke him. And no, there's no reason why anybody should be putting their hands on you. And the same thing for a man. There are women out there that abuse men. You should not be putting your hands on no man. And no man should be putting their hands on you. Period. I don't care if you find him cheating. I don't care if you find him in the bed with somebody. What, for you to be hitting on somebody? Abuse, there's no excuse. There's no excuse for abuse. It says humiliating her. I remember one time, me and my abuser came out of a fast food place, and he got mad at me about something and threw his shake on me, and all the shake just went all over my clothes and face and everything, and I'm trying to wipe it off and I'm crying. And people are looking, and people didn't even try to help. Humiliation, making her feel guilty. Like I said before, it's you the reason why I do this. Using isolation, controlling what she does. No, you can't go with those friends. No, I don't like them. No, you got to stay home. I had this man telling me, it's not good for Christian women to be out at nighttime. You need to be inside. And, and me being naive to what the track record of abuse and I should say the cycle of abuse. I didn't realize that. I thought he was just, but they bewitch you and brainwash you and strip you of your self-esteem, and they get you to the point where you don't even believe in yourself anymore. You know what I mean? So he says who she sees, who she talks to, what she reads. You know what I mean? Kind of reminds me of when my people were slaves in this country, and they said to us I just have to switch hands because my hand was hurting. They said to us that, you couldn't, it was against the law to read, to be able to read, and, crazy stuff. So, some other things, where she goes, if a man is calling you all the time, oh, where are you? What are you doing? That's not cute. A lot of young people think that's cute. That's not cute. That's him trying to control where you are and what you are doing and who you are with. At first I thought, oh, he cared about what I'm doing. Not what I'm doing. He cared about me, and oh, he's cute. And no, he was trying to track where I was, and, what are you doing? Where are you at? And then it got, like really angry, It says limiting her outside involvement. Some women can't even go to church, like I was saying last week. Some women can't belong to certain groups and associations. And if you do have that one friend, that one friend is afraid of him also. I've heard of women, they had that one friend and he hit the friend too. And abusing of both of them, it was just terrible. So it says limiting her outside involvement, using jealousy to justify action. Oh, so you looking at that man. That's why I popped you. Looking at the man. I'm trying to drive down the freaking street, and you're telling me that I'm looking at somebody? Yeah, I'm looking at it because I'm looking to see where I'm going. He was always accusing me of being in men's faces and what's the word? Looking at men and so forth. Let me tell you something. I was too busy trying to work on that relationship, looking at somebody else. This was foolishness, what he was saying. It was lies. It was accusations and so forth. And it was just, I'm so glad I'm free. I've been free 13 years next month. I am so glad. I praise God that I'm free. I'm free to be me. I'm free to be Laurel. I don't have no man telling me where to go, what to do. And oh my God, thank God I'm free. Get free today. If you're watching this and you've been in an abusive relationship, get free, please. I know it's scary, and I know it's a challenge. And I know that you are in, oh my God, he's going to kill me. But you could be free because God has done it with many, many other women. Get your plan together. Save your money. Do what you need to do. to get yourself free. Give us a call here at Come Away My Beloved, 631-645-6300. Call us. Give us a call. And we will help you. We will connect you with your local domestic violence coalition. We'll pray with you. We'll give you information on how to be free. And we'll encourage you. We're here to support you. Call us today. Let's continue with the wheel of power and control. Minimizing, denying, and blaming. Making light of abuse. No, that wasn't nothing. You're making a big deal about nothing. You make a big deal out of everything. That's why I popped you. Not taking her concerns about it seriously. You're making a big deal about this, man. This ain't nothing, man. You should really see what some women go through who get really abused. You talking about them abusing you. I'm not abusing you, man. I'm just trying to set you straight. This is what they say. Saying the abuse really didn't happen. No, I didn't do that. No, that's in your head. That's that gaslighting again to try to make you think you're crazy. No, I didn't do that. What are you talking about? Shifting responsibility for abusive behavior. No, you made me do this to you. Oh, you know how many times that was said to me? But you know what? I know some women, they do feel guilty and like, oh, wow, maybe I do talk too much. Maybe I do this or that. And they take the guilt for it. But I thank God, with me, I knew that I wasn't the guilty party, and I knew that I wasn't crazy, even though he tried to make me feel like I was crazy. I knew that he was the one with the problem. So it says here, saying she caused it. I said that already. Using children, making her feel guilty about the children. See, you keep doing this, I'm going to take the kids away from you. You keep talking about this abuse and stop it and all of this stuff. I'm going to take the kids away from you. Using the children to relay messages. You'll tell your mother she ain't nothing, man. Tell your mother she better listen to me. Tell your mother. Using visitation to harass her. And then there's some people that use immigration as an abuse. If you tell anybody, I'm going to have you deported. For those that are immigrants and here in America or in any other country. Threatening to take the children away from her. I already said, I'm going to call CPS on you. And they're going to get you. And you're not going to have your kids if you tell them this. Using male privilege. I talked about that. The machizo. I'm the man. I'm the... No, if you're the man, then act like it. Treat me with love and respect. And especially within the church. God says that husbands are supposed to love their wives as Christ loved the church. And one of the ladies from my group said to me on Saturday with the support group, my sisters, she said, of course women can divorce if they're being abused. Why would pastors be telling them to stay? If that husband is not loving them like Christ loved the church, then it's in vain, And I don't think it's right for us to be telling, no, you got to stay in there. You got to stay. You got to hang it. No, you got to divorce his tail. You know what I want to say? You got to divorce him. And you got to say, you know what? I got to live for me. I can't live like this anymore. This is killing me. He is destroying who God made you to be. That's not God's will for you to be staying in that. So divorce him. He is being abusive, verbally abusive. No, you don't have to stay miserable like that. And then almost getting killed? You think God wants you to stay in that? No. Divorce him. When Jesus said all of those things that he said about divorce, that was to protect women, because back then the men could just divorce them for any old little thing. Jesus doesn't want you to be in abuse. Jesus wants you to be free. So get your freedom and divorce him. My Christian sister, you're not disobeying God. You're not doing anything like that. God is not pleased people staying in marriages that's not working, that's not that's not you struggling with each other, arguing every day, and you don't love each other, and God is not pleased with all of that. And you thinking, oh, well, no, we got to stay together because the Bible say, you better look at that Bible again. Love and grace is over law. Amen. Okay, so we're talking about male privilege, treating her like a servant. You know, something they make them do all kind of terrible things. You know, like a slave. I'm trying to read this on the little on the computer here with the little words. Making all the big decisions. No, you don't need to be involved in this. Or telling her, oh, no, that's just too much for your head. You know, I got it. He's telling you that you're stupid. Acting like the master of the castle. You know, yeah, we laugh at Ralph Crandon when he says, I'm the king of the castle. I'm from New York, so, you know, got that New York accent. But that kind of attitude within a real situation at home is not good. You know, it's you have an equal partnership with your husband. And yes, there are some things, you know, as him being the head of the house in that way, but it's in love. It's in caring. It's in protecting. It's in security and being stable, you know, and conferring with you on everything, you know. So, you know, taking her money, you know, not she's working hard and you taking the money. Not letting her know I have access to family income. You know. That was economic abuse. Preventing her from getting a job. All of this stuff. I told you I knew and these were Christian people. At least she was a Christian, I'll say. He unplugged something in her car where she couldn't drive, you know. He ended up dying in a very horrible way. He had a very bad car accident about 27 years ago. And I think he hit a pole or something, and the car split in half, and he was split in half. See, he didn't let her drive that day, but he got split in half later. You know, what we do, it comes back on us. You know, and God don't have to specifically strike somebody and do so, you know what I mean? I'm not saying he does that, but I'm saying that, you know, how we treat people, we have to be careful how we're treating people because it comes back on us. Whether you treat somebody good or you treat them bad. Last one, using coercion and threats. Making her carrying out threats. I talked about that. To do something to hurt her. Next time you do that, I'm going to punch you in your face. Threatening to leave her. See, I'm going to leave you and you're going to be all alone. Ain't nobody want you. So you better stay with me and shut up about this. Talking about domestic violence. Reporting her to welfare, CPS, we talked about that. Making her drop charges. Making her do illegal things. If you just do this for me, you know, it would be all right. I had a lady that was in my group, and her boyfriend, when she would get home from work, he'd make her strip down and have his dog there, and have her strip down, and he would smell her clothing to see if she had been with another man, and would have the dog there as intimidation. And she'd be shaking, standing there, shaking naked. Don't tell me about domestic violence and women want to go through this. No, go somewhere and sit down and learn about domestic violence. And then come back to me and tell me how you want to help. I just wanted to get on a couple of minutes tonight and let you know some things about domestic violence. You can get out of it through God's grace. He did it for me. He's done it for so many other women. Don't linger. Lingering can mean dangerous things for you. Call us here at 631-645-6300 here at Come Away, My Beloved. We're here to help. We're here to pray with you. We do biblical counseling. You know, I'm a certified Bible instructor, Bible teacher, and I'm a certified certified Bible counselor also. So please call us. We could pray with you. And if you are trying to make a plan to leave, we will connect you with coalitions in your area. All right. So I just wanted to say good night to you. I'm a little tired. I'm working on 12-hour shift today. So, but good night to you and be free. I'm telling you, my Christian sister, you going through abuse, you better divorce that man. Don't be sitting there waiting for him to change. Do you know that only maybe 2% of them change? Do you understand what I just said? 2%. Dos. In Espanol. Get free. I've been free for 13 years next year. Get free. God bless you. Have a good evening.